takes the stage where we were, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so fly. Phat Airlines soar in the skies, streaming the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. From tarmac dreams to handles tight, every touchdown a perfect flight. He's a runway king, streak out the fog. Game so smooth, they call it airlock. Phat Airlines soaring the skies, streaming the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Pin the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream. Takes the stage with fair lore, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Ping the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream.
Yo, what's up guys? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines. So nice to see you guys. I am missing a lot of things here. Hold on. How's it going? How's it going? What is good? What is good? Thank you all for all the support. Thanks for being here. Let's get the stream avatars up on the screen for you. Let's get. We got LHR preloaded here. Pretty cool. It was pretty exciting to. I'm glad you guys allowed it. You know, last stream we pulled it out to see if you guys would be okay with me preloading some of this LHR airport. And you guys said yes, so thankfully I'm thankful that you guys said yes to that, because you know what, now we got 38 planes on the ground, which is enough for us to do something with, you know. So yeah, give me a second here. I'm just getting things set up. It's always crazy in the morning here. It's always crazy in the morning. But how are you all doing today? I'm doing pretty all right. I hope you guys are doing good too. All right, I think we are good. We are good. No, I'm not good yet. All right, now I'm good. All right, what's up, Raptor? What's up, Cuba? What's up, France, Japan? Voitando's here. Noodles here. Cheshire Orange is here. We got Hockey Fan and Sammy as well. Seabirds Club Airline. What is good, guys? Hold on. I'm so confused. Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, snap. I just lost a bunch of things. That's crazy. All right, yo, and shout out to you guys. All right, let's. So yeah, last Saturday, I pulled it out to everybody to see if we could preload some of these planes in my airports, and you guys said yes. So what we did this morning, about 30 minutes ago, I logged into this airport. And what I did was I activated the approach manager. I activated the approach manager for 1 hour, so that's why it's still active now. I think I'm going to keep it active for a little bit longer too. I activated the delivery manager for 10 minutes because you guys said that's all I need, and I think you're right, because we got all the planes were pretty much assigned a gate at that point, right? So that is good. And then we have I didn't assign any of the other managers. They're not really necessary. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Yo, Voitando, thanks for being first. Yo, Cheshire Orange, thank you for 13 months Prime of subscription. Amit Mert, thank you for tier 2 at 35 months. Oh my gosh, bro, 30. That's almost 3 years. I appreciate that so much. And Sloppy, 38 months since the beginning. Thank you, Sloppy, for the support too. Who else? We got Noodle with the 1 year. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate that very much. It helps me a lot. Let's see, who else? We got Brian Ho here. We got Max Miami here. It's morning for you. Nice. It is also morning for me. Today I'm drinking some coffee, and I got water too. What's up, Matthias? We got Ruben here. We got Invader here. Brian said it's 11 p.m. in Hong Kong now. Oh my gosh. It's always that's like the bad part, I think, about like my stream times, is that you guys who are in like in Asia, it's super late for you guys. But I also work full time. I work full time. I'm a dad. I got a business, so things get a little rough to like try to figure out how I can do a midday stream. I do midday streams though when like an update comes out or something, because I'll call out of work, or I won't really call out. I'll just take a day off from work. So yeah. Voitando has 304 planes waiting to land at IAD. Nice. How many days off did you take, Voitando? I know you've been away for a little bit, right? What's up, MK Specialist? What's up, Hammy? Mercurial Justice, nice to see you. Voitano wanted to ask if all is alright. You're checking some of my non-arrived planes? Bro, I've been so busy. You know, not only do I have a 2-year-old, but I have a newborn. And that kind of makes it tough to play World at airports consistently. You know, if my hands aren't tied with the 2-year-old, then my hands are tied with the newborn. You know, it might be a couple months before things are like really back to the normal. Because like when I think about it, it's all about balancing the attention between the two kids, right? Because the one kid, the newborn, literally can't do anything on their own, right? And the other one is used to being an only child, right? They've been an only child for 2 years, and now there's somebody else getting all of our attention. So you got like, we want to make sure he gets attention too. And I know, you know, in so many of my airports, bro, I have like at my LHR, on my main account, I have like 100 planes on the ground, but I just don't have the time to I can't even find the time to go in there, select a plane and hit the sliders, because like that alone takes about 5 or 10 minutes, and it's just tough, man. But I'm getting there. I returned back to work on Monday, so that's gonna be rough on me and on the family. We'll see how that goes. And then my mom's not going to be here next Saturday or the Saturday after, because they're going to be on vacation in Florida. We were going to join them, but the flights were just way too expensive for us. So we're not going to Florida with them this year. We'll go next year. And then the following Saturday, I have a fantasy football draft. I don't even watch football. American football. Don't worry, guys. I'm saying the right word. I don't even watch American football that much anymore. But, you know, it's more of a social thing for me, because there's a lot of friends that I've made over the past like 7-8 years. So it's cool to hang out with them. Seabird Club Airline. Let's go. Seabird Club Airline with the M plane contract. All right, I see you. Thank you for that. Is he doing? That's funny. Yeah, when I was away. Sorry for being late this morning. Like, I was late like 3 times, right? I was late to start the stream. I was late from my countdown. Busy morning, man. Busy morning. What's up, Hidden? What's up, Luis? Broad Channels, nice to see you. You were doing what? PFATC controlling? Sounds cool. Alright, let's roll some contracts here. Nothing cool. Oh, and I'm maxed out on contracts. Oof. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's actually play a little bit. I want to talk to you guys too, but yeah, see, I never had to buy this many equipment because I never had this many planes on the ground at once. This is pretty interesting. Raptor says, you've been busy, but you made sure you handled my Concorde. Oh, thanks, man. You don't have to prioritize my Concorde like that anymore, especially like in the next couple of weeks, unless you want to. The thing with the Concords, though, whether it's your Concorde coming to me or my Concorde going to you, pretty much all the Concords are hearted, so they are favorited. So if you do send them back and I'm able to play, they're going to be the first ones that I'm handling, right? It's going to be the first planes that I'm handling. So that's pretty good. Look at all these planes that need assignment. Let's see if we got hearted planes that need assignment. Here's a hearted plane. Yeah, we should. What am I doing? Invader's been following for 3 years, 3 months. Jeez, nice, man. What's up, cats? Oh, Voitando was probably talking to Hammy about that. Well, either way, it probably applies to me too. Hammy was on vacation, and work life is crazy, and after vacation, so gameplay is a bit slow. Yeah, and for those of us who are working, like, this is the time of the year when businesses like really start to like work hard. You know, like they in the months of August, September, and October. Those are the 3 months when at most businesses you're preparing for November, and December it's too late, you know, because they're trying to make they're trying to become profitable or ensure profitability throughout the year. and depending upon what kind of business you're in, if you're like in a corporation, then you're trying to like make sure everything looks good for the stockholders. If you're in a small business, you're just trying to make the business profitable. So yeah, the August, September, October are the tougher months because you're really game planning for 2026, and then you're also trying to finish 2025 strong because people are trying to get their bonuses, you know. Did you miss anything in the last 2 weeks? Not much. We've been playing a lot of LHR because we're so close to unlocking the next airport. But even with that, you know, we've been 2 levels away. Like last week we did complete level 80, so that's good. And the week before we completed 79, but we were struggling here because like one, we have so many planes to land, but like we're not landing all the planes, right? So I pre-landed a bunch of planes before stream, which was, I think it's super helpful. I mean, already here we're using all of the handling crew, which we've never done before on stream. We've never before had to use all the handling crew in one airport, so that's pretty cool. I think we never had to use all the handling crew. That's amazing. I like that. I like that a lot. I had to buy more equipment today for all my planes. But yeah, it felt like we were so close. But I mean, then look at how much XP you need for the levels. You need 1,000. So you need like 1,100 for this level. You need 1,000 XP for this level, and 1,200 for that level. So we're pretty close. We're pretty close. I think we could get it today. Yo, what's up, Wizzy? What's good, man? Yo, what's up, Ultra? William asks, when's the update? You know what? I think we're overdue for not overdue, but I think eventually, like, we should be getting like some kind of dev blog soon. I feel like a dev blog is like coming out any day now, but who knows? I haven't seen any updates on news. I haven't seen any news on updates, excuse me, but then again, I've also been a little bit more disconnected than normal, but I know you guys also kind of keep me updated too, which I appreciate, because I know a lot of people come in here to get some updates. So when I'm busy and you guys are keeping me in the loop, I appreciate that. Yo, what's good? Easy said, I wish I could stay, but you're off to work. Oh, nice. Well, good luck at work, man. Have fun. Hopefully it's a fun time at work. You'll watch on YouTube. All right, cool, man. Appreciate you, bro. What's good, Rick Rashid? Cuba is international at SCL. What's up? Bro Channel says, in my area so many businesses are on vacation. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with July. July, a lot of people and businesses take vacations, right? So when they come back, like they gotta work, right? Because if you close business for like a week or two, like that's a lot. Broad Channels wants to know what their next wide body that they should buy at SCL. I don't know. There's so many good planes that you could use at SCL. Like it's there's so many great options to use. That needs to be hearted. Republic Store said, when's the next update coming? And so did AR Ramen. So I think the last update came like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Where we got an updated radar. I mean, it wasn't like a necessarily like massive update, but I mean, there's not a lot of bugs that I'm finding in the game. There are like a few, like the radar, not the radar, like the radio bug. You know, if you exit the game and you come back in, the radio is turned back on, which is a big nuisance, especially if you have your sounds turned on for your device. It could be a bother, but there, not too many like major bugs that I've been seeing being mentioned. But I have been, you know, I think what people are really looking forward to is not towards an update, but like another airport, right? Or like more planes. but we don't have any dates on that. Like, we haven't really heard anything on that. I haven't seen anything on that. And what I would expect, since SCL came out like in the beginning of July, right? I think so. When did SCL come out? I'm like, oh, at the end of June, actually. So if SCL came out at the end of June, I'd probably expect the next airport to come out in like the end of September or something. And then in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, I'd probably see like maybe a teaser or an announcement on what the next airport might be. So we're in that time period right now where we are on like a news drought. But in the next couple of weeks, if everything goes like how it's been trending in the past, in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a lot of news coming up. I'll be making videos on any of those updates. Like if they make a dev blog or if they do an ask the developers, I'll make sure I do a video on it, so that way everybody can stay up to date. I know me, if I were just a viewer and not a streamer, I would need the news too. Broad Channel says a cursor on WoA. I have so many questions. Yeah, so on my iPad, I'm running iPad OS 26, which is like a beta. It's on public beta, and they replaced the little circle. You know, in the past, right? If I used my mouse on an iPad, it would just be a circle. So in iPad OS 26, they made it so it's an actual cursor. So that's what you're seeing there. I'm still playing on an iPad Pro. I'm not playing on PC. There is no official way to play on PC. And to be fair, the ways that you can play on PC, I'm not a big fan of. Not a fan of at all. Actually, I'm not even a big fan. I'm not a fan at all. It's not supported by the developers. It's people run into issues during updates. So for me, I'd much rather play on my MacBook, because MacBooks can natively play iPad games. So yeah, I'd much rather play on my MacBook if I wanted to play on a computing device, or I'll just play on an iPad. I do wish for the day though where we could play the same account on on Apple or Android. I am excited for that day, because then that'll open up so much opportunity for me to play on like different Android devices. All right, I just finished my coffee. That's delicious. Yeah, last night was a tough night. I think my my little girl is getting sick or something, or was sick. I don't know, but she had a stuffy nose and she couldn't sleep laying down, so she had to like lay on me so that way she could sleep. I didn't find that out for like an hour and a half, and before that she was like waking up every like 30 minutes. It was rough. So today's a coffee day. Yo, Mercurial Justice said devs confirmed A21 NY. What's NY? In development. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's good to know. Thank you, man. Thanks for that news drop. Appreciate that. I have to look that up. Invader said, this is why I rarely accept player contracts, because the other player is not very active. I'd rather cancel it or abandon it until return. I'm kind of the same way, but I only do player contracts, But the way I do it is I much rather have multiple contracts from multiple people, right? I don't want to be somebody's only contract partner. Even though I know I play a lot of World at Airports, I don't want to be somebody's only contract partner, and I don't want to have like an abundance of a single person's plane. Because what'll end up happening is if I take a break or if they take a break, then that slows my progress. But the way it works now, like with so many different people, it's like I'll notice if somebody is not sending me a plane, right? Like I notice when people are on vacation or taking a break, or they might be busy with work, right? But I notice when their planes aren't coming to me. But it doesn't affect my progress, which is nice. But like there's a couple people who like right now I haven't seen their planes in months, and I'm like, they didn't even like. They didn't make a news on the player news channel, right? So I'm like, man, I hope they're doing okay. And like some of these guys are like big players too. Like Players that I normally saw their planes every single day, and now I haven't seen their planes in months. It's like, man, I hope everything's all right. Yo, Air Philantrico, thank you for the contract request on. Let me see here. Did you put in contract? No, you did not. But yeah, on this account, my Phat Empire account, what we do here is you have to be on Twitch, and on Twitch you do a redemption for a contract. So in your case, this is a BCS1. So you would do an M plane contract, and then for this one you'd have to redeem an L plane contract, and then that would get me to accept it. However, if you don't have points or you don't want to spend any of your points to send me a contract, everybody, not just you, but everybody's more than welcome to send me a contract to my main account, which is the Fat Rican. And on my main account, I am more than willing to I accept every single contract coming in. Please hold. I got a text message from my cousin. She needs some help for something for church, so I am sending her a response now. Yeah, but yeah, you're right, Invader. Invader says sometimes CPU contracts are not as bad as it was. Yeah, the good thing with computer contracts is that those contracts always come back. They're always back at your airport, no matter what, right? So that's a really great thing about those contracts. The bad thing is that you have to build it up to the maximum rewards. So, but it actually could be a good thing in the beginning. In the beginning, right? It's when you're first leveling up an airport, getting 1 XP gets you a whole level, right? Getting 3 XP might get you 2 levels. So in the beginning, it actually helps out. It's really nice. But like when you're at level 80, getting a new contract and starting at getting 1 XP just doesn't do it. It doesn't get you even 1% of the way there. So yeah, there's is pluses and minuses for sure. XLR equals extra long range. I wonder if that's gonna give us SCL to IAD. Is that gonna be a thing? What is the next airport? If you have information, I actually have no clue. We actually. See, here's the thing. There's a lot of times where I have information, but I can't share it, and then there's times where I don't have information and I have nothing to share. And how do you know when is which is which, right? But you don't. But I know whenever the developers do give me the go ahead to share information, I'll share it. But right now I don't have any information to share. I don't know what the next airport will be. They really haven't said anything. I know people on the World of Airports forum are asking about when's the next dev blog going to be. I know on the Discord people are asking about when's the next Ask the Developers. I really haven't seen much on social media from World of Airports, about what's coming soon in the game. It's all been about just highlighting planes and gameplay and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what is next for World of Airports right now, but I'm sure they're working on 3 airports at a time. So we'll probably see something soon. Yo, what's up, Flamingo? Nice to see you. Bro Channels wants Boa to be PS5 compatible. That'll be interesting. What do I think about A321 XLR to World Airports? Dude, I'm all about getting more planes, but I just hope that it adds a new route that is not available right now with other seaplanes. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's just another plane that can do all the same routes as all the other seaplanes, then it's not really as exciting to me. But if it's XLR, and you guys told me XLR is extra long range, right? Then ideally what that would mean is it would give us another maybe we'll get another destination out of it from certain airports. So I think that would be pretty cool. I'm 4 minutes behind in chat. I'm catching up though, guys. Educate went to Dubai. Nice. See your cousin? That's pretty cool. You should handle planes at the bottom of the list. Truth. Very true. And I should turn on the departure manager. Look at that queue, guys. So we're going to turn on the departure manager now. That way departures can be managed. I'm also going to turn on the ground manager, so that way taxiing could be sped up a little bit. This is nice. But I mean, the problem now is we're back. Well, actually, we're down to 31 planes being handled, so that's not too bad. But are we going to get? Actually, here, let's turn on. How much more XP do I need? I need 99 more XP. So should I just park 99 planes? I'm gonna park some planes today. Let's see if we can get those levels. We're gonna automatically turn on the landing minigame, and do you get XP for de-icing? It doesn't matter. It's 26 degrees. Oh man. MK Specialist wants to see the Alaska Airlines, the new Alaska Airlines 787 livery. Is there a 787 on your contracts? I think I should have a 787 somewhere. I got such a variety of planes coming here. People always ask me like, oh, what plane do you want at your airport? And me, I don't really have any preference. You just send me whatever plane and I'll just handle it. I'll accept it, you know? All right, so we turned on the parking mini games. We turned on the parking mini games, so that's good. That means we're gonna have to start parking some planes soon. Do you got any taxiing planes? Like this plane? Oh, that's too late. Land parking minigame turned on. Parking minigame, turn that on. Yeah. We're about to park a lot of planes today. That's taxiing. That's going to the runway. All right, there's only 2 planes taxiing to their stands, right? And that is on. That is on. That's already at the stand. We about to park some planes. So for the A21NY, it's a 4,700 nautical mile range, which is nearly 1,000 more than the NX. I can dig it. That makes me a little bit more excited for sure. I just hope it's actual 1,000 miles, you know, not like the 77. What is it? The 77L, which has like, you know, like it has like 9,000 range, but it can't go anywhere. Royal Kings wants to see Miami International Airport MIA in a future update. Yo, that would be pretty cool. That'd be a nice one for short planes to St. Martin, or small planes to St. Martin and to MSY, right? Mustafa said, this account or you have another account to send. So I would recommend you guys send me contract requests to my main account, which is the Phat Rican. On this account here, you have to like pay for the contracts. It's free. Like it doesn't cost you real money. It's not like a pay to win kind of thing. But you do have to pay to for me to accept your contract, and that you have to do that on Twitch. Plus, we're at the point right now where we're almost done. Well, not done, but we're almost at the point where we're going to unlock the next airport. And typically, I like to focus on unlocking new airports versus playing existing airports. So yeah, but everybody is more than welcome to send me a contract request to my main account, the Phat Rican. I play a couple of airports daily. You know, sometimes right now my playtime is not daily. It's more like every other day or something like that. But what you have is I play LHR, I play IAD, I play BKK, and I play SCL. Those are my airports that I play daily right now. So you can send me a contract request to those airports, and you'll get those planes back pretty frequently. If you want to send planes to other airports, those other airports I'll play occasionally. Usually like every 2 or 3 days if everything is going well. The only airports I don't play at all are Innsbruck and Bari. You can send me a request there, but you probably won't see your planes for like weeks. Yeah, just a heads up there. I think the angle is off on this one. Look at those back wheels. Yeah. Can't get any XP if I don't get 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? But hey, at least I'm trying. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get 99 XP here. What a line, yeah. Yo, what's up, Mike? Mike, thanks for being here, bro. Did you handle Bari to LHR? Let me double check that here. Where's your plane going to Bari? Yeah, oh, you're probably talking to somebody else then. Luis said MIA is your local international airport. Nice. It's got to be so cool to have like your local airport in the game. I know every single person who's had like their local airport, whether it's like LHR, SCL, or BKK or whatever, they've always been so hyped. That's got to be a cool feeling. Hockey fan said 98 XP to go. Is that right? Nah, we're at 99. 99 still. I can't get a parking minigame to work out for me, man. Yo, why are none of these parking minigames starting? Do I need to back out? Yeah, it said automatically turn on landing minigame. I never use that option. Maybe because they've already been assigned a gate before, I don't know why it's not working. So I just gotta keep an eye on planes that are landing. Missing out on so much XP here, guys. You want BRU in the game because bruh? That's funny, bro. Rochelle says, please tell me I'm not the only one taking advantage of Ethiopian 77 LF bug at SEL. Tell me more, or don't, or tell me in DM. I don't know. I know how people online get to be when a streamer talks about a bug online. That's how bugs get fixed real quick, you know? When a streamer talks about it. Oh yeah, Hammy, I think we also have a couple of planes that are like one handling away to your Bari. Let me see here. Let's go to Hammy. Not to shout, not to call you out, Hammy, but I know you and Mert are talking about Bari, so let me give you another reason to play Bari, you know? E, F, G, H, here we go, Hammy. Muscat, IAD. I think there's a Bari plane over here. Yeah, here we go. 9 out of 10, but this is a large plane. I don't. So we got one plane. But how much XP would that give me? Would that get me over the hump? Let's hit info. Oh, Hammy. No pressure. That's funny. Is it just me, or is it 1080p not available on stream? So I stream at 720p. I record my streams at 1080p, but I have I output my stream at 720p. Once I become like a Twitch partner, then I have the capability of then people, well, not me, then my viewers will have the capability of choosing, you know, if they want to see what resolution they want to see the stream in. But because I'm just an affiliate, essentially the viewers, you guys don't have an option to on what quality stream you're gonna get. So because of that, and because I know we have people from all over the world here, and not everybody has like super great internet, I output my Twitch stream to 720p. 720p is so bad. Oh my gosh. I mean, the biggest problem is that you know, I know not everybody has great internet, so I'm just trying to make it, because there was a time in the beginning, like maybe I could try again soon, but there was a time in like it was years ago, so I haven't changed it recently, but years ago where I did stream in 1080p, and some people were saying that they were having stream issues, right? And it wasn't on my end. It was not on my end. So yeah, and then ever since I changed it back down to 720p, I've stopped getting those like stream issues. You can change the quality. Oh, interesting. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Maybe next week, I don't know if I'll be streaming. And if I do, it'll probably be like for an hour. It'll be really short, because my mom is going on vacation. I was supposed to, well, not supposed to, but we were thinking about going on the family vacation with them, but just things didn't work out. But yeah, so my mom's not going to be here, so it's like, I don't know. It's going to be tough for my wife to watch, you know, a newborn and a 2-year-old all by herself, especially if I'm around. Like, there's going to be a period in October where I'm not going to be around, so it's like, then she's going to have to do it, right? But if I'm home, you know, I kind of don't want to just like leave her alone unless she's okay with it, you know? So I'm going to talk to her. So like next Saturday and the Saturday after, stream might be canceled. And I know actually even or shortened, canceled or extremely shortened, one of those two. And then on August 30th, I have a fantasy football draft to go to, and we do a live fantasy football draft. So that means all 12 people are there in person. There's only one person who's not going to be there, but that's because he lives in Minnesota now, not in New Jersey. So we give him a pass, but like everybody else who wants to show up virtually, they get kicked out. But he lives in Minnesota, so we give him an exception, right? He's a good friend. So yeah, we got a fantasy football draft, so that's going to be interesting. This is an interesting month, so I'm definitely going to throw in some midweek streams. This week, I know I didn't do a midweek stream, but what I tried out this new app called Whatnot, and I was selling some video games. It was pretty interesting. I'm going to try it again this week, but that means, you know, I'm going to be doing some streams on Whatnot. Whatnot is like an app where maybe I could share my referral link if you guys want to get like $15 to like buy stuff. But like Whatnot is like an app where I can stream live, and at the same time that I'm streaming, I can what's it called? People can make bids or offers on the stuff that I'm selling. So it's pretty cool. I think it's nice. I will share my referral link. So if you guys want to join, what's it called? When you make a purchase, a $15 credit will appear. But here, no pressure. I think I'm gonna go live on like Tuesday and sell some books. My mom brought me some Pokemon cards. I don't know if any of you guys are interested in Pokemon cards, but I'm gonna look through them and I might try to sell a few of them. But you can even just hang out with me. You don't even have to buy anything. Just hang out and chat with me while I talk about video games or books or Pokemon cards or whatever it is that I'm selling, or even I could just talk about life. But it's pretty cool. It was pretty fun. I did like an hour over there. But yeah, this week for sure, I'm gonna have to do. Well, we're gonna have to play. I want to play some Bari. You know, it's been a while. I want to play some Bari. It's been a while since I played the parking minigame too. You know, should I do the landing minigame? Yeah, I'll turn on the setting switch. I don't know if I don't know if the setting switch is broken or what's happening there, but I'll turn on the setting switch for parking landing minigame too. Oh, but the landing minigame switch doesn't work if you have the tower manager on, I noticed. I'll turn it on. I'll turn it on. You know, let's see if, oh. So, you see what happened is I turned on the landing minigame and I didn't turn on the parking minigame. So that is my bad. No wonder none of the planes had the parking minigame on. Man, I am silly. That is silly of me. Now it all makes sense. It's not bugged. I just can't read. I just can't read. Oh my gosh, Bro Channel's gonna dump 5.5 million on MSY fleet. Are you gonna do a giveaway in the Phat Airlines Discord? If you guys don't know, we have giveaways on the Phat Airlines Discords. Everybody can join a giveaway, unless it's a VIP only giveaway, but only VIPs can start giveaways. But yeah, that's why you should join the Phat Airlines Discord. Yeah, Mercurial Justice found it too. Right before I noticed it, Mercurial Justice said, for the parking minigame, you should select the second option to automatically. Bro, I can't read, I guess. Now, I blame it on the lack of sleep last night. That's what I'm going to blame it on. Even though I know it's just, I can't read. Yo, you're going to an air show, Hidden? Nice. Bro, I haven't gone to an air show. I've seen like some like videos of air shows, but I do want to go to one. And now that like my 2-year-old, he really likes looking at like airplanes in the sky. I think it would be cool, but I think it can be kind of loud, right, at the air shows, because don't they kind of come like sometimes they come kind of close to the audience. You know what? I gotta add that to like my to-do list. You know, go to an air show with my kids. Oh, did I put the link in? Okay, I put the link in YouTube and chat. Good. Online auction site. Yeah, it's like eBay, but live. So like it could be better, it could be worse in a lot of ways, but it was fun. And I got a lot of stuff that I want to sell. I got a lot of video games. I got books. I got household supplies. So I got some stuff that I want to get rid of and sell. A lot of people on that app were asking me if I was selling my Pokemon games, and I'm not sure if I want to sell my Pokemon games. Pokemon has a near and dear place in my heart, man. Pokemon is the reason why I can read fast, you know? It is the reason I can read fast. Bro Channel said, nah, I don't play MSY enough for a giveaway, plus today's one of the last times I'll play MSY. Then why spend your money, man? I would say just, well, this is what I would do. I would wait for another update to come out, right? Where they add more levels, and then I would start, you know, buying more planes. You know, when it gives you a reason to play the airport again. But it's up to you, man. Or let me know why you're gonna spend all 5.5 million if you're not even intending on playing. Dreamlifter wants to see PBI and MIA in World of Airports. Nice. I'm gonna be at MIA in October. I'm gonna be in Miami in October, so that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm going there for a sales training, and then so in October I got a massive trip planned where I'm going to spend a weekend in Miami for sales training, and then so I'm going from New Jersey to Miami to Florida, and then after the sales training I'm going directly to Dallas for a marketing conference, and then from there I'm going back to New Jersey. It's gonna be such a busy week. I'm gonna be so tired. Yo, Rick Rashid got to sit in a Cobra attack helicopter. Nice. That's wants me to check the radar. You got it, bro. I'll do it after this this parking. Sumant wants to see an Indian airport this year. That would be pretty cool, actually, right? Because India is not too far from BKK, right? From Bangkok. You would get some good contracts to Muscat, I think. I feel like you could get some small contracts or B contracts to Muscat. Yeah, India makes a lot of sense, I think. All right, let's take a look at the radar, guys. So, wow, lots of planes outbound. I love that you guys allowed me to land planes off stream, because that really helped us get a lot of progress there. But let's see what planes are coming in, right? So we got David Elio. It's good to see him playing again, but you know, we haven't seen him in chat, but that's no worries. I much rather you play. You pop in the chat. Oh, you know what? I just thought of this, but I'm gonna do something right now in chat, because you know what? I remember Sloppy telling me that sometimes people want to lurk, but they don't want to like talk in chat, right? They don't want to like appear in chat. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a channel point redemption. Maybe it's like 10 points or something, like really cheap, but you can put like lurk, you know, so that way I know that you're here, but you don't have to like, I don't have to like shout you out. Like it's a hidden lurk, you know, it's like you're in the background, it's a true lurk. I'm not like saying, oh, yo, what's up, Voitando? MK Specialist says there might be some air shows in New York, but you're usually common in the summer. There's a lot of Air Force bases in New Jersey, and the Air Force bases are about like an hour, like 30 minutes to an hour away from me. So I can definitely check out if there's a few, like they usually have some around those Air Force bases by me. So yeah, we got Merck with an arrival going at, in 7 minutes to Prague. This contract is going to Hammy to Leipzig in about 5 minutes. Mert, another one to Prague in 10 minutes. We got Kamikaze getting a Phat Empire plane to Prague in 14 minutes. A Concorde going to Raptor X RR, landing in IAD in almost 20 minutes. We got an E-175 going to Made to Move in 22 minutes. Seabird Club Airline, your Concorde's getting back to you in about 30 minutes, and Red Concorde's getting their Concorde back in about 30 minutes as well. Everything else is a lot further away, but we'll check the radar out again. You know, feel free to ask me for a radar check again. But we're gonna extend these tower managers. I missed extending the departure manager. We got a lot of planes waiting to depart, and we're gonna keep the ground manager on too. Help speed up taxiing. And yeah, dude, having pre-parking planes or pre-landing planes has been such a good thing for me, man. Such a great thing. You're buying fleet just to max airports? Gotcha, bro. Channels is good to. It's interesting. Makes sense though. I think the angle might be off on this one, but we're pretty close actually. Let's go 100%. Spanish Japan said you got noise canceling headphones for small children these days are pretty good. Yeah, that's what I mean. I got these headphones too. These are the AirPod Max, right? AirPod Max, and they do really well on noise canceling. But I don't turn on the noise canceling mode, especially while I'm streaming. I don't know. I like being aware of my surroundings, even though I'm at home and like technically home is like your safe place. I still like to be aware of my surroundings. Like having noise canceling noise canceling turned on just kind of feels weird to me. I still want to be able to like hear what's going on around me. Like even when I'm on an airplane, you know, it's nice to not hear like the roar of the engines, like when I'm just like listening to music. But like then I also can't hear, you know, the announcements or like the flight attendant or somebody trying to talk to me. So it's weird. Lurk is a command, but you have to type it into chat, bro. I want a lurk that keeps you completely hidden, you know? Like if your boss was watching the stream, like what is he doing watching stream? Like they would never know, you know? You meant on screen with following? Oh, that would be interesting too. Lurk redeem sounds good too though. Nice. Yeah, I want a lurk redeem because there are times when I'm watching another streamer or I'm watching a streamer, right? And like I'm just lurking. I'm literally lurking, but it's like I want them to know, but I also don't need a shout out on stream or anything like that. Whereas I know if I type in chat, they're like, "Yo, what's up, the Fat Rican? Nice to see you, bro." I'm like, man, I'm just here. Like I'm not even gonna hear that. You know, that's sometimes I'm like hardcore lurking, right? I'm just have the stream open and I'm not even watching or listening. Guys, thank you for all the lurks. Shout out to Bro Channels and TJ Bay and all you guys lurking. Appreciate that. What's up, Boeing 777? Who lives near I-80 Washington Airport? Well, I'm like 4 hours away. Is that near? 4 hours away by car. I'm like an hour away by plane. Yeah, the way I look at lurking is like you're not really like, well, I don't know. There's a lot of people have different definitions on lurk, but for me, when I say I'm lurking, it's like I have the stream open, but I might not be listening all the time, right? I might be listening too, so it's like a way for me to tell the streamer, hey, you know, I'm around, but I'm not reliable right now. I'm not. Which one we're gonna land? Ooh, we need to park this plane. You see, I had to park this plane because this plane was gonna block all these other planes from getting to their stand. Prince William said, "Hi, I'm sending 787 your airport or transfer my plane on Sydney." I don't know. It feels like an incomplete question, but sending in your airport. I mean, everybody's more than welcome to send me any plane to my main airports, especially, or to any of my airports on my main account. My main account is the Fat Rican, and my main airports are LHR, IAD, BKK, and SCL. So everybody's more than welcome to send me planes there. You know, oh, if you're asking about this account here, I would probably wait for playing Sydney because, you know, LHR is going to become an airport that I only play during midweek streams. And midweek streams are not scheduled right now. I'm going to have to schedule them eventually. I think I have to resume because that's the only way I really, like, that's the main way I'm super successful with streaming on a consistent basis. If I tell everybody, hey, I'm going to stream every Saturday at 11 a.m., then I'm here every Saturday at 11. You're driving a train while half listening to stream? What game you play? Is that, well, I hope that's not IRL. I mean, if you're only listening, that's fine too, to drive and listen. Okay, let's see if we can get this lined up. Oh, nope. Dang. I was trying to get the angle right, but like, it's so hard sometimes to get these larger planes to get the angle and the alignment like perfectly. I think it has to do with the stand you park them at too, but I am not 100% sure on that. Let's switch out of 2D map view. We'll play some 107. Leo asks, yo Fat, how much XP are we missing? I would I'll check after this parking mini game, but I think about like 89 at this point. I've gotten a few parking mini games completions, you know, with 100%. I think we're about 89 XP away. We'll check for sure. But I know originally we started 99 points away. And I know there's a couple of planes that we have to other players that are kind of close. Like if we go here to my hearted planes, you got like a Noble Slope, but that's too far to get back on this stream. We have Seabird Club Airline, but this is going to their IAD, so it's going to come back. If it could come back on the same stream, I think it's like an hour. Hold on, how far is it from IAD? An hour and a half round trip. So actually, this could very well come back during this stream, and that would get me over the hump. What else we have here? We have Nathan Guarino at IAD, but that's too far. You know, that's like a 3-hour trip, I think. 4-hour trip. So That's not going to make it back to here today. We got Made to Move, but that's flying to IAD, so that's for next time. Who else we have? We have Laugh Lots, but I haven't seen their planes in a long time, so they might have quit or taken a break from World of Airports. But if they happen to jump on, that would be here in 45 minutes, right? So that's pretty good. We got Hammy at Muscat, but that's like a 2-hour trip, 3.5-hour trip. So that would be a while. We got Hammy at Bari, an hour 17, but that's round trip, so that would be a 30 minutes. So if Hammy can jump into Bari, that would get us over the hump there. We got Furious Brain at Prague. That would be a good one. That would be here in like 30 minutes, you know. Who else we got? We got Easy at Muscat, but that would be too far, and Easy's working today, so that's not going to happen. We got Blue Airlines, with a plane at Leipzig, which would be here in like 15 minutes. RMA, we haven't seen their planes in a while. And who else? Aerolina Santiago. I haven't seen him in a minute. And he's usually here like every stream, so I hope they're doing all right. But a plane from Prague, that would get me over the limit there. But how much more XP do we need? We need 86 more XP. 86. I said 89, so I was off by 4. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, let's take a look at the 2D map. All right, any planes blocking? Oh, this plane is blocking. Let's go ahead. I mean, could we technically get Sydney without completing any plane? I guess it's possible, right? I still have like 100 planes left to land, but I don't know if I would do it in the time limit I set. And plus, if I keep failing the parking minigame, it's not going to happen. But let's extend these tower managers for a little bit longer again, because we're getting up to there on time. So let us extend this, and let us. We're gonna park this one, and then we'll park the other cargo plane there. You know, I've seen you guys talking about playing Roblox. I got a sponsorship offer from Roblox to play some Roblox. I could play any game within Roblox, and they would pay me to stream the game, and then they would also reward me if you guys bought Robux in the game. And I declined it because you guys barely buy gold planes, you know. But and this is the game we play. We play World of Airports here. But yeah, I'm still looking for sponsors. I'm actually I think I'm going to talk to Kubasan, the World of Airport developer, soon, and see if we can work out some kind of deal. You know, the thing is, if I do work out a deal with World of Airports, I would have to make sure that it's clear that, you know, I would still give my unbiased opinion about the game. My unbiased opinion is still right now very positive. Boeing 777 asks, what's your user or player ID? So I have 3 accounts, right? The account that you're seeing right now on stream is my stream only account. This one you can't really, well, you can send me planes, but the way you send me planes is by putting in a request through Twitch. And you're on YouTube, so you're going to have to join on Twitch. I'm Phat Airlines on Twitch as well. And you do a redemption for a contract, right? So plus, I only play this account on stream, and right now I'm only guaranteed, well, not even guaranteed, but I'm only streaming once per week, which is every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So probably not the best for most players. If you're a player that has like a massive fleet, or you also only play once or twice a week, then, you know, playing with this account might not be terrible for you, right? But for most people who are playing, who I recommend you play daily, or at least like more frequently than one time per week in order to level up, this is not the account you want to connect with. I have my free-to-play account, which is Phat Airlines. but that account I haven't logged into in at least a month now, and that's mainly because of the life events that have happened to me. I barely have time to play my main account, let alone to play two accounts, right? So, but my free-to-play account, I'm completely free to play. I don't buy gold planes on that account. It gives me the experience of a free-to-play player, so that way I know what it's like, because I know a lot of you guys are free to play, and that's one of the things I really like about World of Airports is, like, there's no forced ads. You know, you can a free-to-play player can technically get a Concorde unlocked just like somebody who pays to unlock the Concorde. And you know, how crazy is that? Because that's 1,000 gold planes, which would be about like $110 US dollars to buy, and a free-to-play player can get it 100% for free. How many other games let you do that? Not many. So I really appreciate World of Airports, and having a free-to-play account helps me understand what it's like for those of you who either won't or can't buy gold planes, and that way I could give advice for you people as well. And then I have my main account, which is the Phat Rican, THEPHATRICAN, and that's my main account. That's the account I play every single day. That is the one where I'm leveling up. That's the one where I have all the airports and airplanes unlocked. That's the one where I buy gold planes as necessary. That's the one that you want to be a partner, a contract partner with. Yeah, bro channels, I realized I was looking at round trip about halfway through reading all those all those timers. But even with Washington being 4 hours away, and then you know, the plane's coming in 2 hours, you know, my stream is not going to last. It's not going to be 3 hours long today. I probably won't return to 3 hour streams until maybe for like another 2 or 3 months. Unfortunately, I just need to make sure everybody's good, because the last thing I want is for the last thing I want is like to not be there for my family. Did I get a random player contract? Yeah. Did I accept it? That's the next question. Because I did run out of contract capacity technically, right? So I have to double check to see if I accepted it. But I think it was a small plane anyway, so that's only 1 XP. But yeah, we're so close, right? Are there airports in Roblox? I don't know. That's a question for chat. Chat, are there airports in Roblox? I think there are some. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. Let's take a look at the offers, right? So Air Philanthropico. Yo, that's a lot of planes, bro. But you should send these planes to my main account, man. So yeah, I did accept the random player arrival. We're gonna accept the local contract because that's another 1 XP. You know, every XP counts. And where can we park the small plane? Over here. Go ahead and handle that, and let's park this one. Ultra said, yeah, there are airports where fictional airlines take off from. Roleplay, basically. Nice. Raptor said, if anyone wants to add me on Roblox, my user is Raptor EX2RR. Nice. That's another thing, too, is like you would have to create a new account on Roblox in order for it to like count as me as a sponsored stream, to like count towards my goals. Yo, I'm killing it with these parking mini games right now. Woa is so underrated, deserves to be popular. I think the problem, well, I don't know if I want to say problem, but I think the issue with World of Airports is issue. I hope you guys get what I'm saying, right? But the reason why it can't be like mainstream is that a lot of the more popular games, they get updates like every week or every 2 weeks, whereas World of Airports, we get updates like every 1 to 3 months, right? So it's a lot slower between releases. You know, we've been like 3 weeks between releases, and now people are asking, right, when's the next update? we're so used to with other games getting updates like every week or every 2 weeks that that's I think one of the things that's slowing them down. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you can get everything in the game, it's a free to play game, no forced advertisements. I hate the games where you have to watch an ad in order to progress, but I get it. There's cost to it, but they have so much in this game that you can get just for free, through gold planes. You have to get gold planes, but like you trade in your silver planes, you trade in 10,000 silver planes every single week and you get 10 gold planes 100% for free. Like, that is amazing. And at first it's really hard to get 10,000 silver planes, but as you continue to play, and I always recommend playing for like 30 minutes a day. Maybe if you could play longer, that's better. That's how you're gonna get more silver planes. But 30 minutes a day, and in 2 weeks you'll get 10,000 silver planes. If depending upon what planes you have, what airports you're playing at. But 30 minutes a day is really what you need. And then once you start getting abundance of silver planes, then you can buy more contract capacity, which just makes it even easier for you to handle more planes and get more silver planes and more gold planes. Exploring airports in Roblox could be fun. Interesting. It's funny too because they want me to play the mobile version of Roblox, but I guess they don't realize that I play mobile games. Like, I guess they don't realize that I play a mobile game. And they're like, oh yeah, you could always just use an emulator. You don't have to play on your iPhone. You can just use an emulator. I'm like, man, I would play on my iPad. I don't know. Either way, Destiny is releasing, like Destiny the game is releasing a game called Destiny Rising, coming out at the end of this month, or it's supposed to come out at the end of this month. I am probably going to be streaming that. It's not really related to airline stuff, so I don't know if I would be streaming it on Phat Airlines. I might stream it on Phat Airlines because I got we got established channel here. But I'm going to be playing the game, and I might as well stream it because I'll be like one of the only Destiny Rising streamers that actually has a setup for playing mobile games. All the popular Destiny streamers, they're so used to playing on PC. I remember when the beta came out, they were all trying to figure out how to play on PC, and they were all using emulators, and emulators aren't necessarily the greatest at playing games. When was the last time you streamed another game? It was like years ago, yeah. But like this year, I mean, you got Destiny coming out. I got these sponsorship offers coming in, so it's like, all right, maybe we'll do some other games. Maybe we'll do some other games. Oh, that was a good random. I think that was a 762. Pal World. Did I play anything after that? I don't think so, Ultra. Daniel wants an extra plane at IAD. What's your username, bro? You gotta put in your username. How are people gonna send you a plane if they don't know your username? MK says, so Phat, I actually developed for some Roblox games that are car related, but there's one game in Roblox called Ground Crew Simulator that you can play single player, collaborate, and multiplayer. My channel says, nah, Woa can get updates every day with bug fixes. Ground Crew Simulator sounds pretty fun, actually. Like, interesting. Relatable, like, oh my gosh. Roblox is better on PC in your opinion, and Ultra said 100% controls are goofy on mobile. Well, I know, like when I plan on playing Destiny Rising on my iPad, I'm gonna connect the controller. Like, I'm not gonna play with touchscreen controls. Like, no, I'm gonna connect the controller to my iPad and then I'll be playing with a controller. You could probably play Roblox with a controller, right? When did I stream Pal World? I actually streamed Pal World on my other account, the Fat Weekend. I didn't stream it on Fat Airlines, but I did that when the game first came out. When Pal World first came out, I was having a blast playing Pal World. I still enjoy Pal World, but I just don't play it. I don't play it often. Tim Thav said, bro, I was playing that. What were you playing? I was talking about so many games. Yo, what's up, Edwin? Edwin said, is it possible in the future to use both runways and LHR for landings and takeoffs like Muscat? I wish, man. First off, I'm not a developer. I'm just a regular fan of the game, just like you. But, you know, as far as like what World of Airports developers have said in the past is that, you know, LHR, this is the way they operate in real life, where one runway is usually for landing and one is usually for departure. So they try to emulate that. I do know some people have said that during busy times, they'll use both runways for landings and departures. So maybe it'll happen in the future. It could also be a technical limitation, right? Because they, when they're working on creating this game, they also have to keep in mind that they're supporting low memory devices. You know, devices with like less than 8 gigabytes of RAM. So they need to make sure, like, they have to keep all of that in mind. It's not like they're developing a PC game where, you know, PCs are in general more powerful than a lot of the phones. You know, there are a lot of phones that are more powerful than your PC too. But in general, PCs are going to be more powerful and have a lot more resources dedicated for gaming. Whereas your phone, even though it might be powerful, there's still a lot of background services that have to run, like your phone and your messages and stuff like that. So they have to keep that in mind when in development. How far away are we? Okay, we're like 70 XP away. Now we're 65 XP away. Let's go. LHR is going to get another runway in real life. Nice. That's actually pretty exciting. I'm sure World of Airports will eventually update the game to match that. You have 25 planes. You can't fly them. There. EF. How do I lock E and F? So I'll show you in just a second. But you know, your stands, they have different. They have multiple sizes, right, on them. So you have to unlock the lower sizes in order to unlock the bigger sizes. But I have actually an F stand that I need to unlock, so I can show you that. So when you go into your menu, and we'll go there right now, Mr. Who is that? Carlitos, you want to pay attention. So I like to go into this overhead view, but when you look around your map here and you click on this icon down here, it'll show you all the stands available, right? So like right here. Right now, the stand is occupied, so you can't modify a stand while the stand is occupied. That means I already have a plane assigned to that stand. But there's a stand over here that's not occupied, this one. And you have to buy all the lower sizes in order to do it, in order to get the larger size. So on this stand right here, 254, I already have all the sizes up to E unlocked, but I don't have F. So you just got to click on the icon down here. You go into the stand purchase menu, and then you click on your stand, and then you purchase the F size, and then that'll allow that stand to handle F planes. It does add extra cost to it, but I'm telling you, the F planes are just so they bring you some good money, especially if it's your own F plane in your fleet. I don't know why roulette's not working, man. But I also haven't done any troubleshooting either, so sorry about that. I barely have time to stream, let alone time to troubleshoot. Prince William said, I have a question. Is there any chance to add Manila international airports? I have no clue, bro. Yeah, I have no clue. I mean, I think what's gonna happen in the future. I'm not sure how far away this future is, but World Airports did mention they're working on something called generic airports, where you can play a generic airport for any airport in the world, or I don't know if it's any airport in the world, but you can play a generic airport, and they're gonna use the data on what airports people are playing as a generic airport in order to decide which airport they're going to build next into the game. So it's very possible, like, you could play at least the physical location of Manila. That doesn't necessarily mean you'll be I don't know, that it won't be a fully fledged airport, right? But you could at least play that location, and then if more and more people are playing that location, then they'll build it out to look like a real airport. Bro Channel sent 3 752s to SEL on random contract that arrive in 2 hours. Nice. Yo, I'm killing it with this mini game. But yeah, man, I don't know if today's gonna be the day we unlocked Sydney. It looks like maybe next time we're definitely gonna unlock it. I mean, as long we got plenty. Actually, as long as one player sends me a plane, we're gonna unlock the next airport. All these other planes are just like, we just gotta progress through them. So it's not like, that's why I'm not giving up on this airport yet, because like you have to handle planes in order to make progress, right? So like you can't make progress if you're not handling planes. So you gotta like land all the planes and make sure they're you're getting them to the next stage. Plus, you still get silver planes, and there's still levels after level 81. So that is good. Yo, Hammy said the 77 W is being handled. Yeah, that's what's up. Carlita said yes, thanks. I've done that, but it doesn't always let me unlock it. I can only lock C or D, I think. That so most likely you don't have enough Wallers to unlock the next size stand, because you need to buy it with Wallers, or maybe the stand is occupied, right? So you saw on like some of the other stands, it told me the stand was occupied, even though there's no plane sitting there right now. You can't have a plane assigned to that gate in order to upgrade the gate. So it needs to be completely empty, no plane assigned. So once the plane pushes back and leaves that stand, then you can go ahead and upgrade it. Those would be the only two reasons. Another reason too, actually, are some stands, like if you look over here, this stand cannot upgrade to cannot upgrade to D, E, or F, right? So this stand, it just has no capability. So you might need to look at other stands. Depending upon your airport, you might have to buy a terminal in order to get access to the larger stands as well. So yeah, I don't know what airport you're at, but you might have to unlock a terminal first, and then you have to unlock stands. Yo, what's up, Captain? Captain said greetings from Germany. Nice. Greetings from New Jersey. Mert said for sure next time you'll get it. I think we'll get it in about an hour. Now the question is, do we hop into Sydney for like 30 minutes, or do we wait until the next stream to do a fresh Sydney and spend all day at Sydney? I think we do spend 30 minutes at Sydney, because you guys are going to be putting in a lot of contract requests, I'm betting on. And Sydney's kind of a far airport. Sydney's going to be the kind of airport that it's going to be, unless you're sending me a Concorde or maybe some planes from BKK, but unless you send me a Concorde, like there's only going to be one handling per day. So that's the kind of airport it's going to take 10 days of handling in order to make progress on our player contracts. Nice. Mike has a 738F coming from Leipzig. It has 2 handlings left. All right, let's make sure that's hearted. So we're gonna go to cargo because you said that, and it is hearted. That's good. That's good. I wish there was a speed up button to help speed up this process. I know. I wish there was a way to still kind of speed up some planes. I mean, it's nice to have the ramp agent though, because at the same time, like, you don't have to worry about like being there the same way you had to worry about being there when the speed up button existed. But the speed up button was also a good, like, it. I think, how do I word this? I think for a lot of us, right, at a certain point, you get to a certain point in your airports where wallers are just like have no purpose, right? You just have too many wallers at your airport. So I think what if they reintroduced the speed up button, you know, maybe they make it more expensive for like every minute you use it, like on a single plane or something. You know, let us waste our wallers. Yo, what's up, Ashiel Wrath? Nice to see you. Yo, Bruh Channels bought 60 seaplanes and 15 B planes at MSY. That's nuts. Noodle has 2 Concords ready at Nagoya. Nice. Nice. That's gonna be fun. One by one, you're getting there for real, hockey fan. That's the whole that's the main reason I'm playing the parking minigame. But you know what? Like, even in the beginning levels, I should be playing the parking minigame more often. Because the parking minigame, I mean, 1 XP gets you a whole, like, gets you from level 0 to level 1, right? And then I think it's like 2 XP gets you from level 1 to level 2. So it's like, that's such a once you get used to it, like, you gotta practice. Like, at first, I would never get the parking minigame right. Now I get the minigame right about like 80% of the time or so, right? So, but that's because I've been practicing, I've been doing it a lot, so now I'm more used to it. I tap the sides. Somebody gave me that tip to tap it because I know the tutorial tells you to hold it, but you can tap it to kind of nudge the plane in the right direction, and then hold it when you need it to like straighten up, and then you can like pre-hold this. It'll slow down. You can let go, and then once you're closer to it, then you have it stop completely. Carlitos asked, Fat, you going to stream live during the week at night again? By the way, I play in San Diego Airport, and you're from San Diego. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled, right? So it's nothing scheduled. But I definitely need to do more streams. I'm never gonna get Twitch partner if I don't do more streams, because one of the requirements is to do, I think, like 7 streams in a month. And if I only stream on Saturdays, that's only 4 streams a month, right? So like, I'm never gonna get to Twitch partner. I mean, granted, in order to get to Twitch partner too, I need an average of 75 viewers or more. Which, I mean, we're not like terribly far, but we're not also terribly close. But you know, the whole point is, I'm never gonna get there if I'm not meeting the requirements. And the one requirement I have direct control over is me doing more streams. Can I tell you how to get classes? What are classes? Class. What are classes in World of Airports? Yo, what's good, Kamikaze? Dan in Vermont wishes new airports could borrow wallers from established airports. That would be interesting, right? But there should be some sort of a conversion rate, right? For example, you know, transferring 1 million wallers from IAD, like getting 1 million wallers at IAD is a lot easier than getting 1 million wallers at Innsbruck. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody who has 1 million wallers at Innsbruck played a lot more Innsbruck than they did to get 1 million wallers at IAD. So it's like 1 million wallers is not equal. 1 million wallers are not equal in that scenario. right? $1 million at Innsbruck is a lot more valuable and a lot more rare than $1 million at LHR. I mean, here on this stream account where I play once a week, I'm at almost $2 million at LHR, right? So there's got to be some kind of conversion rate, I would say, where if you're transferring $1 million out of Innsbruck to another airport, then yeah, you should actually get, maybe you should get 1-to-1, right? You transfer $1 million from Innsbruck to St. Martin or any other airport, you should keep $1 million. But if you transfer $1 million from IAD or LHR to another airport, maybe it only turns into 700,000 or 600,000, because it's just so much easier to get those wallers. But how do you make that fair? How do you how do you calculate what's a fair amount? Or is it just a straight tax no matter what airport you're transferring it from? What's up, Christopher de Rosario Kolish? Yeah, $1 million at BKK is pretty easy. All the airports with larger airplanes, it's a lot easier to get more wallers, right? But like St. Martin, it's kind of tough to get to $1 million because you're handling a lot of small planes. You could be handling larger planes too, but you're only handling like 6 larger planes at once. So you got some limitations there. Same thing with Bari. It's harder to get $1 million because there's only 2 of the larger stands, right? Shields at Bari level 19, nice. Yeah, we're over here at LHR. We're level 80 at LHR, which means we're only 1 level away. We're actually 50 XP away from unlocking Sydney, and that's the main reason right now I'm playing all the parking mini games. Typically, I typically skip the parking mini games, but if you get 100% on the parking mini game, you get 1 XP. So, I mean, that means I have 50 more planes I need to park perfectly in order to get it. But I was looking through my contract list, and a lot of the planes that we have landing are not at that final handling for contract completion. So this is the way to get the 50 XP. Alright, how are we looking on the 2D map here? We still got a lot of planes waiting for departure, so I should have turned it back on 30 minutes ago, but I got distracted, I guess. But we'll turn this on for 30 minutes. We'll turn the ground manager on for 30 minutes, and that should be enough. Oh, let's do a radar check too. So for the radar here, we got T5 getting their plane back to Leipzig in about 3 minutes. Mike is getting their 738F to Leipzig in about 6 minutes. Mike's getting another 7. This is a plane coming to me in about 10 minutes. We got a plane coming to T5 in about 10 minutes. Red Concorde's getting their Concorde in 12 minutes. Hammy's getting a 752 to their Prague in about 13 minutes. Mert's getting a cargo plane back to their, or no, sorry. Mert's sending me a cargo plane, which is arriving in about 14 minutes, and it's hearted. That's good. Seabird Club Airline getting their plane back in 15 minutes to their Prague. Mert sending me a plane. It's getting here in 15 minutes, and it's hearted. That's good because that one's at 8 out of 10. So that's why we heart it. Memorial Literature getting a plane to their Innsbruck in about 15 minutes. That's not anybody's plane. And we got some longer distance, but in 30 minutes, Mert's getting a plane to their Muscat from me. So cool little radar check. Let's actually look at some inbound arrivals. We got this plane coming in an hour 30, an hour 15 on this guy, 55 minutes on that one, and we saw these already. So that's not bad, not bad at all. We're making progress. That's the thing with World of Airports is like you make more progress if you play a little bit every day than if you play just a lot on one day. I mean, you can get a lot of progress by playing a lot on one day too, but it also relies on like other players playing other airports, and you never know what airport another player is playing for the most part. Like there's so many options out there that they could be playing any of the airports. That's I guess one of the benefits of me streaming is that people know I'm playing LHR right now, so they can play an airport that matches up, or that they know they have planes going to my LHR, so they can get a bunch of handlings at once. But yeah, it can be a little tough. Yo, MK Specialist is one level away from unlocking San Diego. You're 800 XP. Nice. 800 XP is rough, right? But hopefully you have a lot of L and D, E, and F size contracts at your Nagoya, so that way you get some of these get that final home stretch, and then you don't have to be like me, with the last 50 XP trying to park a bunch of planes. Nothing wrong with trying to park a bunch of planes, Christopher's level 85 at IAD. What's the max level at IAD? It's like 89. I do really like those last levels at IAD. I like how massive they are. But then you still reach max level, and it's like, oh, now I'm done. Christopher's gonna send me some planes to LHR on my main account from IAD. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna log into to LHR tonight. I think I have like 100 and something planes on the ground on my main account, because like I keep queuing up the tower managers, but I just don't have time to like queue up the ramp agent and the handling crew. But after stream, I sometimes have some time to do it. Where's Hammy playing? Hammy's handling it. At Bari, those E planes take a long time to handle. I feel like it's a little bit slower at Bari to handle the E planes. They can take like 17 minutes, even with like full handling crew. Whereas like you can be handling a full handling crew at E plane at like LHR, and it'll only take you like 12 minutes. Bari does take you a lot longer to handle those larger planes. Emmy says, departing now. We're going to take a look at the radar. Red Channels has a Congo line of planes going to IAD right now. Nice. Boeing 777 said, not going to lie, plane spotting at IAD. Washington is fun, but you have to go at like 1 to 3. Nice. A bunch of United planes though, right? Now you think you'll make enough XP for Sydney today? Well, let's take a look at the radar again, because I know Hammy said we got their plane coming in, right? So we got 30 minutes for this plane. So I think, yeah, we're definitely gonna have, because this is the one plane that like it's at 9 out of 10 and it's 119 XP. So we're definitely going to get the XP for it, but I'm not really gonna have time to play Sydney today. We're gonna I'm gonna end the stream. We're gonna unlock Sydney. I'm gonna go into Sydney so that way we can take a couple of requests. As a matter of fact, since there's a timer on request, I don't know. Should I be accepting requests now for Sydney? So that way, like, you guys can, like, spam requests. No, actually, no, because I gotta plan it out. I wish we could spam requests, but that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to, like, log in during the week and prepare the airport or something, like do a stream during the week and prepare the airport. I just simply don't have the time today to like stay on for that long. Tell me how to create accounts. So in order to like create a new World of Airports account, you have to create like a new Apple account, a new Apple ID, which is free, or you create a new Google Play account. Both are ways that you can get like a new account on World of Airports, but you need to create a whole new Apple ID or whole new Google Play account. That's how I have 3 accounts. Is I have 3 different Apple IDs, which allow me to play 3 different accounts. I have a lot more than that actually, but those are the 3 you guys know about. Mike said my plane is there. Nice. That means it's going to be landing for soon, because I always have the prefer favorited airplanes hearted, or sorry, I have the preferred favorited airplanes turned on feature, because I like to heart the planes that are special planes like Concords, DH-64s, A225s, you know, those special planes, 'cause that way they come in first. But I also like to heart planes that are at like its final handlings. So we should be seeing Mike's plane coming in soon. Yeah, here it is right there. So let's go ahead and cue that up to land, and we will get that handled. I also have this plane hearted, but I'm not ready to land it. I think, Mike, your other plane should be coming in soon too, right? So yeah, right here. And this one, oh, that one's at 1 out of 10. Oh, the other one was at 8 out of 10. Okay, so IAD Washington has a lot of United Boeing 737. That's like the only plane I flew on. Well, I've flown on United 737s, B-38 Maxes. I've flown on a United Airbus A319, right? So that was pretty interesting because they don't have a lot of those in their fleet. And then I flew on an A320. And once I flew on a 757 for United, which I think they're retiring soon from their fleet. But so I'm glad I got to do that at least. What's your favorite plane to handle at any of the airports? I don't know, man. I think it's the Concorde, really. I like the Concorde seems to move pretty fast. It doesn't have a super long handling time. It does have a long cleaning time though. But the Concorde, I mean, I like handling that one. I think small planes like the B class planes are also kind of underrated, but that's also because like they don't bring you a lot of wallers or a lot of XP. But I like handling them too because they're just like good filler planes. You know, that's the way I look at them. They're filler planes for like in between handling the larger planes. Ooh, I want to get a drop in. By the way, thank you, Hammy, for sending over that. What was it? The 787 or was it a 777? But thank you for sending that over. That helps a lot. Imagine though we get the level the airport without having to handle Hammy's plane. If I got 100% on all the planes I had to park so far, I probably would have got the. I would be a lot closer. Right now, I'm what 30. Yeah, 36 XP away, right? Because 35 plus 1, 36 XP away, which is completely doable. We're about to be 35 XP away, hopefully. And then we have like, I think we have like 2 random arrivals that are being handled, so that's like another 2 to 4 XP that we might get from that. I would be pretty impressed with how we handled planes if we got the XP without having to handle Hammy's plane. LAX in the game would be pretty fun. I think it would be. Its proximity to San Diego would be nice. I'm not familiar with LAX airport's like layout itself, but like just thinking about like how the game works, you know, its proximity to San Diego would be pretty cool, especially given that San Diego is an airport that focuses mostly on B and C planes and a few D planes. But B and C is like where San Diego thrives. So I think just for that reason, it would be a cool airport to have. Kat said, I thought you were joking about parking 99 planes. Yeah, I kind of was, but at the same point, at that point, I had like 130 planes left to land. So I knew it was kind of doable, but like I hoped I didn't have to go that far. But where are we at now? We're at 35 more XP. The countdown is on, guys. The countdown is on. Raptor EX asks, are you going to land planes off stream at every airport or just LHR? I think it's a cool idea to do it at every airport, just to kind of help make progress faster, especially given like a lot of these airports have only one runway. You know, the airports that we're playing so far only have one runway, except for Muscat. But it can make progress a lot faster, right? Because like now we're back to here at LHR, we're back at the stage where all the planes that are landing now, or all the planes that are here, we're waiting to land. So we only have like 10 planes on the ground, which is like what our scenario would be all the other previous weeks. But like at Prague, that would be cool because then we could prioritize, you know, the larger planes. At Muscat, it would still be nice, although we would run into handling crew issues, which isn't necessarily an issue in itself. So yeah, I think it's something we can keep doing. You know, it gives me a reason also to like make sure I'm up early on Saturdays setting up stream, and then when I set up stream, I just turn on the tower manager real quick, and let it do its thing. LAX is 4 runways and a ton of gates. Nice. That sounds amazing. Grinding in St. Martin is a pain. Yes, it is. I 100% agree with you. One thing that helps though, because on my free-to-play account, I grinded St. Martin again, kind of recently, but like not too long ago. It was kind of a while ago. But one thing that helped me out at St. Martin a ton was unlocking the premium pass. You know, St. Martin you almost have to get the premium pass at St. Martin. It's not an expensive premium pass either. I think it's 30 gold planes. But if you can get the premium pass at St. Martin, it'll help you a lot because you get the handling crew and like getting even just an extra 6, 9, 12. I forget how many handling crew are there, but you definitely get at least 12 additional handling crew. 12 additional handling crew is another large plane you can handle. Another D, E, or F plane you can handle with 12 handling crew, right? And that means that's another plane you can handle at once, and that means you can rotate through more planes more frequently. It also gives you more, you know, the premium pass also gives you more contract capacity, and you don't have a ton of contract capacity at St. Martin as it is because it's such a small airport. There's not a lot of stands to unlock. So getting the extra contract capacity lets you handle more planes in one session. And then, of course, you get the airplanes you can add to your fleet, which will give you more wallers, which, you know, help you to buy more equipment, buy more buy more planes, and things like that. But really, the premium pass for the handling crew is where you see the biggest benefit. And I saw my progress move a lot faster after getting the St. Martin premium pass. St. Martin is on the border between the French and Dutch parts of St. Martin Island. It's actually cooked because it can't expand. Oh, that stinks, yeah. You got a telephone booth CRJ7? Isn't telephone booth like the #1 player in on iOS leaderboards or something? You guys want to see the leaderboards? We could probably look for the leaderboards before I leave. Innsbruck needs a remodel? What? I think it is getting, I think it got like some updates recently. That's true, the CRJ9 does reach St. Martin, but doesn't the CRJ9 also taxi like a seaplane at St. Martin? Or is that just the CRJX? I think the E175 is the plane that people want to their St. Martin because that taxis like a B plane. But the CRJ9, I know the CRJX definitely taxis like a C-size plane. But yeah. Yo, Shield, thanks for joining us. Have a great day. What's wrong with Innsbruck? Hammy said, looks like you might not need the 77W. I wonder. That would be kind of amazing, Hammy. I appreciate you though handling that 77W for sure. I know that's been pending for a couple of weeks. But I knew you were busy. I knew all that, so I wasn't gonna bug you about it. But then I saw Mert asking you about your Bari too, and I was like, oh, here's my chance. Rick Rashid said, "Fat, do you send planes to Leipzig?" Yeah, why not, right? I don't discriminate on airports. The biggest problem though is like getting plane, like buying, actually buying planes is not a problem. It's getting planes to land and then configuring them and then sending the request out to players. But I wish things worked. I wish that you can assign contracts to planes before they landed, right? That would make it a lot easier for me to send more contracts. But right now, right now, you have to wait for the plane to land. Then that plane occupies that gate indefinitely until the other player accepts the contracts. Makes it really tough for me to send a ton of contracts sometimes. But if I could buy a ton of planes, go right here into my fleet menu, go all the way down to the right because that's where your planes are, and assign these planes right here without having to wait for them to land, I would be so happy. Alright, where are we at? 26 more XP, guys. 26 more planes to park. Do I wish that there were Canadian airports in the game? Doesn't make a difference to me, to be fair. I know Canadians really wish there was, so I'm rooting for you guys to get a Canadian airport, but it doesn't make a difference to me. It's like not the way I think about it though. I know maybe I'm biased because the US has 3 airports in there, but not every country is going to be able to get its own airport, right? Europe, look at Europe. Not every country in Europe is going to be able to get its own airport, even though there's plenty of airports in Europe that they could put in the game. Maybe eventually they're going to have every single airport, right? Or every single country. But it's going to be a while. MK Specialist says CRJ9 and CRJX taxi is a C plane, but CRJ9 is a B plane. I think they're both the B plane, right? Oh, just the CRJ9 reaches St. Martin? No, gotcha. Good to know. How far away is the 77W? We got, let's see, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and then there's like, what, another 10 minutes of handling. So, yeah, we're definitely not going to have time to play Sydney today. I did want it to end stream at like 1 o'clock today. So we're going to go a little bit over the time that I wanted to end. But that's fine. We're unlocking Sydney, which means that, you know, the next time we stream, we're going to be playing a brand new Sydney. I'm going to be talking about maybe some strategies, what we can do. I probably will spend gold planes to unlock stands, because I know we're going to get a barrage of, we're going to get bombarded by contract requests. That's usually what happens in new airports. And the best time to get new contracts is when you're first starting the airport, for sure. It's always good to get contracts while you're working on the airport too. But that's the best time to get as many contracts as you can, because it takes some time to build it up. So like the first few streams are extremely slow because we barely get to like level 10, but then all of a sudden we hit day 10 where we handle all the planes, and all the planes are getting completions. And then all of a sudden I feel rich. I feel rich in silver planes and XP. Broad Channel says, I can't wait for the day where you could be able to choose where you send your planes instead of your planes being locked to one destination. Huh. You mean like in the 1.0 time? Every single plane that you had in your fleet, you just choose where you wanted it to go, and boom, now it went there. Yo, what's up, TK? Rick Rashid says, show some love to Canada, Woa. Yeah. Imagine Woa in 2030 with 50 playable airports. Yeah, that would be... That's when we need offline play, right? Now, I mean, at a certain point, when they have like probably more than like 25 airports in the game, right? That's when I think we'll see a lot more requests of like a way. Maybe that's what the scheduling system is going to do. A way for like at least planes to be landed offline or something. So that way you're handling planes. I don't know. But I feel like when you got that many airports, there's got to be some kind of way for progression to happen offline, or even if it's just landing planes, right? Like maybe that's what the scheduling feature is all about. Is that you set it up, you schedule these planes to land, and then whether you're playing World of Airports or not, that plane will be landing at that time. But I don't know. I think though, when you got that many airports, that's probably when we'll see a lot more suggestions or requests for some kind of offline play. We already see a lot of requests for offline play, and I know World of Airports, they don't really want offline play per se, but I think like landing planes while you're offline is fine. You know, the same way you can maintain planes while you're offline. You know, you start maintenance and that maintenance timer continues clocking while you're offline. Maybe the same thing could happen with handling planes, right? Why does the plane handling timer have to stop when you leave the airport? Why can't it continue when you're not in the airport? And that's a question we'll probably hear a lot more of and ponder a lot more as we get more and more airports in the game. Will you go and accept some contracts today? I'm thinking about it. You know, like it's gonna be tough because there's only a certain amount of requests that can come in. You know, but I think I should, right? So we have a few planes to handle on day one. Let's see how far is Hammy's plane. Go to arrivals. We got 7 minutes. So once Hammy's plane arrives, what we'll do is we'll start accepting contract requests in chat. So I'll let you know when you can send in a contract request, you know, using Twitch redemptions. Don't do it early, guys. Wait for me to mention it. But that way we can get like maybe like a few, like maybe we could get like 10 requests in, or maybe some more. But and again, Concords are free. You don't have to pay for Concord requests. But I'll give you the shout out when you could start sending the put in the contract request, so that way we can accept a few planes, so that way next time, like when we actually stream the airport, we can have some planes to handle and make some progression. Would you get Sydney today? Yeah, we're definitely going to get Sydney today. I didn't park that plane perfectly. Weird. So what's up, Adam Cack? DK said maybe in the future we have a research tree where different branches separate in continents. For example, you start in Innsbruck, then all Europe airports are unlocked back to back if you choose to, or move to American airports. Yeah, that would be cool too, right? If you had like an option on what airport you wanted to unlock next. You know, of course, like the larger airports or the airports that cost more gold planes would be like higher up on the research tree, but you know, yeah, having some options would be cool, especially since like some people buy the airport, right? So like if you buy LHR, then there's no real reason for you to like level up through St. Martin. Except for like the rewards that you get there, you get a gold plane rewards, you get silver plane rewards and stuff, but like there's no airport to unlock if you already purchased LHR, right? So there's no reason for you to like, there's no airport for you to unlock if you bought LHR. So yeah, I think a research tree would be kind of cool because it still gives you a reason to buy airports, but also gives you a reason to like play different airports so you can unlock something else. I'm with you there. Oh, what's up, Embraer Aviation? It's been so long since you watched these lives. Well, welcome back, man. I appreciate you hopping in the chat and saying what's up. Embraer is my rival. No, it's Airbus. Yeah, Embraer is like the middle guy, you know? Like, nobody actually, like, it's always, the conversation is always about Airbus and Boeing. Embraer is never in that conversation, unfortunately. Sorry, man. You heard the 2-year-old shouting dad? Oh, gosh. Adam Cack's too lazy to play? Oh, gosh. That's funny. What are we looking like here? Do I need the departure manager on? Not necessarily. We're looking pretty okay. Looking pretty okay. And how much XP are we wait? Oh my gosh, we're 16 XP away. Yeah, we were definitely not going to get the 16 XP by itself with just landing planes. So we're going to land Hammy's 77W. I'll extend my tower manager or my approach manager by 10 minutes. So that way we can keep landing planes. But definitely was a big W from you guys in chat last week, voting on allowing planes to land before stream. Big W, because that we got through a lot of planes. I think before stream I had like 180 planes waiting to land. Now we're at 53. I don't know when's the last time we went down to 53 planes waiting to land in one single stream, but this is pretty fantastic. I love it. Is there a way for World of Airports to delete your data? No, there's no way to like reset your account in World of Airports. That's not a thing anymore. In the past there used to be a way, but no, that is no longer possible. Oh, Adam Cack is moving. I missed that. So Adam Cack says, sorry for no handling planes. We're moving and I'm lazy to play. I only read the lazy to play. So moving actually puts things in perspective. That's even more understandable. you know, why, you know, moving's tough work, man. You're just like lifting boxes or furniture. I don't know if you're doing the lifting or not, but even if you're not like physically doing the lifting, it's still very tiring, because you gotta think about what your space is going to look like. And I missed extending the tower managers. Now I gotta pay full price, or I'll just manually land, I guess. Like I said, imagine we could get exclusive skins for our own fleet plane by reaching a certain level in all airports. That'll be a good reason to play it. That would be, yes. Especially like, given that we know that there's going to be like custom liveries in the game. Maybe that's how we get like different letters. Like you get the alphabet package by reaching a certain level in a certain airport or something. Maybe some people won't like that, but, or maybe that's what the challenge is. Like we haven't heard about challenges in such a long time, but that would be a good use of challenges, right? Like handle 26 different types of planes, you know, 26 different not types of planes, but like different airlines, and then you get the alphabet package, you know. Handle you know, 7 Boeing 777s, and then you get this, you know, custom livery package. I think that would be pretty nice. All right, we're gonna park Cammy's plane right there, super close to the runway. This is gonna be a plane that gets us over the hump there. And you guys can go ahead and start requesting contracts for Sydney now. So if you guys want to start buying them on Twitch, look, again, it's not real money, just fat coins. But if you want to start buying them for Sydney, start doing them now, because I know there's cooldowns on each of those timers. So that way we can try to get a few of those contracts in. We're not going to be playing Sydney. We're going to log in, accept those contracts. I might have to buy more contract capacity. But other than that, we're not going to... I'm going to save the walkthrough and tour of Sydney, the 3.0 Sydney, for next stream. You know, this will be the first time we're playing Sydney on 3.0. I know we're on 3.1, but 3.0, where you have to buy all the stands. You can't just buy an X stand. You have to buy A, B, C, D, E, and F in order to handle an F plane. So it's gonna be different. You know, the strategy is not necessarily the same as it would be in 2.0, because in 2.0 I would rush to getting the X stand or the L stand, and I'm not even sure if that makes sense for us to do that in Sydney, to rush to get those stands. It might make sense for our unique scenario, because we're going to get a bunch of, you know, M plane contracts and a bunch of L plane contracts, but for other players, I don't know. And then of course we're also going to buy the premium pass at Sydney. Sydney's one of the premium passes that I don't actually like. It's one, there are other premium passes that you could buy that are probably better. Better for your gold planes, but that's not a big deal breaker. You know, all premium passes are worth it. It's just some are more worth it than others. Yo, peace out, Ultra. Thanks for joining, even though you don't play. Christopher noticed the jet bridge for CRJ models are half open, half closed. Interesting. They should add daily quests. Like, give us more reason to log in every day. That was what Bruh Channel said. They should add daily quests. Yeah, I was going to watch a soccer game, like and New York City Football Club. I was going to watch them today, but the game got rescheduled because the baseball field that they play on has to have some ground maintenance. And they're not allowing any other activities on the baseball field except for baseball. Um, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing tonight. I was going to watch some soccer, some football, but that's not happening now. We do have daily reward planes, you're right. But I mean, that's only 10 silver planes and 5 XP. And it like sometimes it's just one plane. Other times, I mean, you can have like 15 planes. Um, like one, I mean, even if it's 15 planes, that's only 150 silver planes. It's not like, it's not super rewarding. I still go in every airport and accept those those plane contracts, but that doesn't mean that. Where was that FC game supposed to be? It's supposed to be at is it, I think, City Field in Queens. Oh yeah, yeah. Mercurial Justice says check for single-handle player contracts and land them first. You can get up to 4, 1 parking and 3 XP. Truth, truth. Where we at? Oh, 11 XP away. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we're so close. I can't believe we almost did it, Alright, we can cross the runways. Push back. Start handling that one. 12 minutes. I see all your contract requests coming in. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I'm gonna park some planes. Yo, what's up, Philippine Semantic? Nice to see you. Yeah. +1 XP. Yeah, here's a 1. Yeah, oneer. Here's a oneer. Mike said, I didn't know they still played there. I have a feeling a concert there last week might have done more damage to the field than they expected. Oh, they had a concert there? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, New York City Football Club, I think they're building a stadium like literally across the street from Citi Field in New York. And I think it's expected to be complete by 2027. So that's like pretty close. They've already broke ground and they started construction on the stadium. One of the cool things is my name is going to be on the stadium because I've been a season ticket holder since their founding, which is like almost 11 years ago now. I've been a season ticket holder, and one of the benefits that we get as a founding season ticket holder is that our name gets to be on the stadium whenever it gets built. And finally, it's getting built. That's pretty cool. Something that like my my kids and their kids and can say, oh look, it's our family name is on the stadium. Gonna be a pretty nice stadium. I seen all they keep sending the team keeps sending me updates on like what it's gonna look like and their mock-ups and stuff, and I wish I had more money. Like they got some nice suites in there, man. Oh man. Did I hear about the Star Wars 787 retirement? No. That's sad. He got retired yesterday? That's... Ooh. Boy, I mean, it's bound to happen, right? Everything has its end of life. Um, it's still sad to see it happen, you know. So yeah, guys, next week we'll well, I don't know if we'll be playing if we'll be streaming next week. I gotta talk to the wife because next week we don't have a babysitter. Maybe we could request a babysitter for Saturday for my 2-year-old because my wife's watching the newborn for now. Eventually, we're gonna need a babysitter for both of them at the same time. But yeah. Next week we don't have my mom's gonna be in Florida on vacation, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream or if I'm going to stream. I'm gonna talk with the wife and see what we can figure out. Um, but yeah, and then the following week, same situation. We don't have a somebody to watch the baby, the kid. So it's like, don't know if that's gonna if the stream's gonna happen. And I know the following week I have the fantasy football. So this month's gonna be a crazy month. You would definitely want to. If I can't stream, I definitely need to stream during the week for sure. But join us on Discord, exclamation point Discord in chat to get the Discord link. But because on Discord I'll be making posts in our Twitch channel to let you know if something if schedules change for me or if I need to cancel anything. But I know August 30th that stream is definitely canceled. That's the last Saturday this month. That one's definitely canceled. The fantasy football draft starts at noon, and the house that we're going to is an hour away. So it's like my stream usually starts at 11. So if the draft starts at noon, that means I need to leave my house before 11 to get there, right? So I know it's going to be rough that day. So we will make it up to you guys as much as I can. Where are we at? 7 more XP, guys. 7 more XP. This was totally doable today, you know, because we parked planes, and then because now we're also landing planes that have only one handling needed. Definitely doable. Definitely a lot easier with Hammy's plane here. Where is Hammy's plane? It's over there. 6 minutes. But if we can get it without handling Hammy's plane, I mean, it's only 7 more XP, which is 7 more planes that need to park, but also some of these planes only need one handling, but I don't have any larger planes that only need one handling. Like they're all smaller planes, which only give you 1 XP. We got a special plane coming to IAD yesterday. Commemorate it. Oh, bro, I did not play World of Airports at all yesterday. I'm so bad. Yesterday, oh, I had a lot of meetings yesterday. I met with my sales people. I was mentally preparing to go back to work on Monday because I've been off of work for a month now. I can't believe it's almost been a month. 4 weeks, rather. I've been off from work for 4 weeks. So I only took off for 4 weeks. I get 8 weeks off from my job for parental leave. I took 4 weeks off now. I have 2, and I have to take it 2 weeks at a time. I'm taking 2 weeks off in October for my travel, you know, and then it's essentially 1 week with the baby, 1 week with on travel, and then I don't know when my other 2 weeks are gonna be. Maybe when the next airport comes out, we'll do the next week. But man, life has just been so busy. I know things will slow down eventually, but just so busy. Do Discord streams? I don't know if I'm gonna do Discord streams. Yo, what's up, Ashiel? Welcome back. How are we looking over here? 4 minutes. So we just got to get perfect parking a bunch. 6 more times. Is that going to happen? Probably not. There's a plane to park though, so that's good. You actually would like to see Discord stream? I think the way I would probably do a Discord stream is more of a basic setup. I wouldn't... let me know what you guys think about this, right? If I do a Discord stream, it would probably be me playing my main account, right? And I wouldn't have my webcam on. But I would talk. I feel like that would make... Maybe I would have the webcam on. I don't know. But I wouldn't want to feel pressure to turn the webcam on. You know what I'm saying? The camera on. But if I play my main account and talk with you guys, we could talk about, you know, World of Airports news, just like my life that's happening. And we got like the stream chat in Discord. I think that's more doable than trying to make it like a regular stream, like having my overlays and all that. But just sharing my iPad screen, I could probably do that. Hammy MVP, yeah, you right, man. You got that right. Without Hammy's playing, we would be here for another 30 minutes trying to get max level, or not max level, to level 81. There are a few other players who we could have got their planes too, but Hammy was the one that delivered. Of course, all the other players that we actually handled their planes earlier today too helped. But, you know, the one that gets us to the finish line is one that gets the most attention, right? What do we look like here? 10, 6, 0 out of 1. Let's go. Off. Yep, I'm almost there. I think I'm about 4 XP away now. This is way off balance. I was looking at chat and I wasn't looking at the plane. Maybe this will work. Oh yeah, this is... Uh-oh. Yeah! I had to park planes till you reach 81, then use Hammy's plane. Well, we'll see, right? We'll see what happens. Line up. Claim rewards, let's go. Oh, so close. Cross runway. We got David Elio, nice. 3 XP away. Where's Hammy's plane? Hammy plane, 45 seconds. Discord streams would be nice because better than nothing. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Ashiel, have fun grinding. I don't mind grinding too much in a lot of games. World of Airports is one of the games I don't mind. I send you an A388 from LHR. I don't really have an A388 available. Look at this. After handled my Concorde. We'll go ahead and schedule that to land too. Runway. Off. And this can get handled. We are so close. 3 XP. Can you believe it, guys? Just from handling parking planes. And now also handling like the random arrivals and the local contracts I accepted but never landed. We got like almost 100 XP. We got like the 99 XP we needed. And then we got Hammy's plane, which is like right almost complete. It'll be showing up soon. that's gonna get us like over the edge there. Pretty amazing. But it did take me a lot longer than I wanted to. That's the only bad part. But we're still here. And we gave you guys time. You guys can still put in your contract requests. Like for example, Rick Rashid, I might not be able to, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to land an X-plane today during stream, but I'll keep your redemption there for next stream, so that way we have that for you. I'm definitely not going to be able to handle an X-plane. Hopefully you're here on the next stream too, because that's going to help us with last thing I want is for my plane to be sitting there for the entire stream. But you're usually here on stream, so I'm not too worried. Sarah said, never thought that Phat would struggle to get the next XP for us is normal. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, it is always hard, especially when you don't play daily. And here we go. There we go. We got 99 XP from parking and random arrivals, and from from parking, random arrivals, and local contracts. That is amazing. Congrats, guys. Thank you so much. So we got Sydney. We got an A359. Let's go ahead and claim Hammy's plane as well to get that extra XP. Now we got 5,000 XP for the next levels. That's going to be hard to get, but hey, we got to the Sydney airport, and that's really what matters the most. So I'm going to just all the planes are, oh, look, play landing minigame. Let's just make sure we push back all these planes, cross the runway. All planes are being handled. That plane needs to be assigned, so we're going to switch airports now. And we're just going to quickly spend a little bit of time. Oh, and a unique arrival. How nice. But we're going to spend a little bit of time here. I'm going to accept contracts. You know, we have, of course, the premium pass, which I'm going to purchase. Wow, I thought the Sydney premium pass was 80 gold planes. It's 100 gold planes. Actually, there's no reason for me to purchase it right away right now, because at level 0, you don't even get like extra currency. You get that at level 1. So I'll wait to do that. But let's go through here. Of course, we're going to take the special contract 100%. We're going to take the Concorde 100%. Concords you never have to pay for on stream. We're going to run the random arrival, and we're going to run the local as well. We're going to have to buy more contract capacity for sure. But let's look here. We got Kamikaze with the X-plane. Here we go. See Rick Rashid with the Phat X-plane contract. Let's see if I have an X-plane chilling in my offers. I do not. Okay, so I'm gonna have to probably save that for next time, Rick. We got Amit Mert with the L plane contract, nice, and his Concords. Let's go. But I don't see the L planes yet, so we'll wait for that. We got Seabird Club Airline with the M plane contract, which I don't see yet, which is fine. I just got here, right? We got Kuba Dzek. Kuba, you're Dzeki, right? I think that's you. Sydney should be getting updated soon too. Yep, you're right. Here's Mert's L plane. Nice. I'm going through all the redemptions now, so that way we can accept your plane contracts. That way, when we play next stream, we have some planes to actually handle. Versus like other times, like we're waiting for planes to come in. Sydney's such a far away airport. You know, I think like the closest, BKK is like the closest airport, and that's still 4,000 nautical miles away. And I don't know what those travel times. Actually, let's take a look. What does the travel times look like for those Concords, for example? So like this is from BKK, right? This is not a Concorde, and that's 4.5 hours round trip. That's long. We got a Concorde from BKK, 2 hours round trip. That's pretty long too. So I mean that's 1 hour one way, but still. We're not going to handle planes, even though I'm tempted to. I see the yellow, and I'm like, I gotta click it. All right, let's go ahead and keep accepting. we're gonna buy more contract capacity. So we're gonna buy it here. We're gonna buy it here. We got Adam CAC with the X plane contract. Where is that? Start from the top again. Adam CAC with the L plane contract. That's this one right here. We got Phat Airlines hype. Thanks for the hype. Adam CAC with another L plane contract. Wow, Mert, you got a ton of Concords, bro. I love to see it, man. Yo, Prince Wayne, thank you for the follow. Nice to see you, man. What else we got? Cuba. I think that's you. This is you. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's what I thought. Thank you for confirming. Rick Rashid wants the Phat X plane. We need Dolphin, and we got a bunch of Mert Concords. X plane contract from Adam CAC. That is not an X plane. That's an L plane. So we're gonna go ahead and accept that. And the ones that we weren't able to accept yet, go ahead and accept these. X plane right there from Adam CAC. Accept. Right, and Dolphin Airlines waiting for your M plane. And then Sammy and Prince Seed Wayne. Hopefully you guys get your redemptions in. I think for Prince Ed Wayne, you need X plane redemption, and for Sammy you need the L plane redemption. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Thanks for hopping in. We are going to be playing Sydney on our next stream. We just hopped in here today so that way we can accept some contracts. That way when we actually come in to play next week or next stream, we have planes to land. This is such it's going to be a difficult airport because it's so isolated. At least currently it's isolated away from all the other airports. You know, the closest airports are BKK, which is 4,000 nautical miles. How far away? You got SCL, which is 6,000 nautical miles. And then you got Nagoya, 4,200 nautical miles. You got Muscat, 6,000. So, like, those are the closest playable airports. And BKK, which is the closest, is like a, 4-hour round trip. So 2 hours one way. So this is the kind of airport we're probably going to have to play every single stream just to play a little bit so that way we can make some progress. Let's go ahead and accept these final contracts. What's up, Noodle? Where you at? Alrighty, guys. For Dolphins and for Rick Rashid, I owe you guys contracts. I'm going to keep them pending as far as my reward quest queue goes. So I'm not going to refund you. I'm not going to accept it yet. So that way next stream I can go in there and accept it if you have the request in there. If you don't have the request in for next stream, then I'm going to refund you your points, okay? But actually that's for Dolphin. For Rick, you're going to get your Phat X plane. I just need to buy I need to spend or buy the what do I need to buy? I need to buy the Wallers, right? So I'm going to buy the 1.2 million Wallers, but I want to make sure we do like a review of the airport and, you know, see how, kind of come up with a game plan to begin with before we start actually like handling planes and landing planes, especially given that we're going to have a bunch of a bunch of D, E, and F planes. We're going to need to have a game plan for that. This is not a free to play guide. You know, we are going to be paying for gold planes, and then paying for Wallers. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be pretty exciting. Yeah, let's see here. Dolphins plane was at LHR before you said people to send planes to Sydney. Gotcha. Thank you, Raptor, for the heads up on that. If that's the case, then I might just refund Dolphin and just accept it for free. We'll see. But all right, guys, that is it for me for today. Boeing's going to go grind. I'm going to go spend some time with the family. I am going to go play some LHR on my main account. And we will go ahead and play some Sydney on the next stream. Guys, make sure you join the Phat Airlines Discord because if I have to cancel a stream, and the next few weeks are going to be a little weird I will make sure it's posted there. Another way you could tell if the stream is canceled is if I don't update the title, or if I don't upload like preload a stream on YouTube, then it's probably, my stream is probably canceled. But join the Discord, because the Discord will do it. Is there a raid today? Nah, don't got time for that. Pat said thanks for the stream. Bye. Yeah, peace out, man. As Shield said, Fat, how to tell me how to send contracts. I got plenty of videos on that. You need to have a plane in your fleet, and then you land that plane in your fleet, and then when that plane's on the ground and at the stand, then you send it to an airport. Well, then you might have to configure the plane, and then you can choose an airport where to send it to, and then you can choose to send it to a player, or you don't know a player, you can send it randomly. See here. All right, guys. Love to say, goodbye to all you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the subscriptions and the follows today. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys very soon. All right, peace out, everybody. Bye.